I'm setting up a project in CS7, and what I want to show you is how I do the setup for repeat patterns edge to edge. I have this pattern, stones. I'll bring this over on the screen so you can see the size of this pattern. This pattern is 11.96 width and 11.98 high. So before I ever start working with this pattern, I right click on it and view properties. When that window comes up, I want this to stitch at 15 inches high. So I'll go in and change this to 15 and let Creative Studio do the width, and it'll be 1497. Now I have to save this and close, or it will not save the setting. So save it and close. When I bring this over on the screen, it should say that it's 15 inches high. And there it is, the height is 15. That's what I do first before I ever start my setup of the project. Then I'll just place my machine in the upper left corner and do my setup for repeat patterns edge to edge. Click on the repeat patterns. I'm going to get rid of this thing first. So I'll click on repeat patterns, and it says click a point using the head or the mouse. Okay, I have the machine in the upper left corner of the quilt. I'll just click OK here, and it's going to place one pattern in this upper left corner of the quilt where there's where the crosshair says the needle is located. I have all of this over here I can work with, and I usually don't do anything in this area. I already have my pattern height set to 15, and it says that right there. All I do now is go down to the total size, and whatever the quilt is, I will just put that in there. Okay, highlight that, and maybe this quilt is 60 inches wide. Now when I put that in, when I click down on this box, it's going to put a row of patterns across the screen for the 60 inches. Then the height, we'll just make it a 60 by 60 square little pattern. Now it's going to start putting rows on this screen. Here I'll look at this. This is really together. So I want a little bit of positive spacing in here. I'll go down to my spacing and just bring the bar down so I can see that. Vertical spacing, maybe positive 0.4. So I'll put in 0.4 and just see what it looks like. And there you go. That looks pretty good right there. So if I needed negative spacing, I would do the same thing. I would just put in negative 0. whatever. So that's how I set this up. I'm all ready to go. If by chance I want to look at all of the patterns, see, now I'm looking at just the one pattern. If I want to look at all the patterns, I go to all, which is select all, and it'll select all the repeats and all the rows. It says I have a 60 by 60 pattern field. That's how I set it up, and it's that quick. Now I just select OK to that setup, and I'm all done. So that's how I go about doing this.